Hi everyone, it's me again. Okay, so tonight I want to talk about the guilt. Not the guilt from being a survivor, the guilt you feel every day. Because you are in a lot of pain. And the guilt I'm talking about is the guilt you feel towards your loved ones. Have it be your mother, your father, your husband, I don't know who passed away in your life. I don't know who made you a survivor. For me, it was my friend. But you see, he was not just my friend, he was the love of my life. And the guilt I feel about that, it goes to two sides. Firstly, I feel guilt because I am in a relationship currently and it has helped me tremendously. But I have the guilt of he was the love of my life. I will always love him more, can you say, in another way. And I have the guilt of I moved on with my life after he passed. We knew what we were, but it was complicated because he was very much younger than me. And I don't think we knew what we were, you know? I think we were still getting there. But we clicked in such a way that I think both of us knew, but we never said it. And that's what makes it even more difficult for me. I can't say I am mourning my husband. I can't say I am grieving for my fiance. As far as everybody knows, we were close friends. But looking back and reading into some situations, he loved me, I loved him. It was inevitable we would have ended up together. But we didn't. He committed suicide, and there's nothing more to say. So now the guilt. It's a burden to bear because now I have this man in my life. And the funny thing is, we met in a weird way. Okay, let me tell the story now. The Monday night, a week before we did the deed, he was at my house because, yeah, I didn't work. He was at my house, he came to visit me, and he forgot his jacket there. And it was cooling down at night, so yeah, he needed his jacket for work because straight after me, he went to work because he worked night shifts. And he worked at a security company as a guard, security guard, because he was young. He was young. And this was a starting career for him. And he actually sent someone to pick up his jacket. And this guy saw me, and I just come, well, a few months ago, I came out of this horrible, not horrible, not horrible. Let's not point fingers. I want to say a relationship that did not quite work. There's two sides to every story. I'm not going to say it was horrible. Sorry, my hair is bugging me now. I'm not going to say it was horrible. I'm going to say it wasn't meant to be. Okay. So I came out of this relationship and I was single. But I had this person in my life. But it gets even more complicated. I'm not going to go into that now. My life is a series of complications. Okay. And This guy wanted my number. And that Monday night he asked me, okay, I can't decide for you. You need to tell me, do I give him your number or not? And that's another guilt point because we never put a label on it. We were just so good together that we never put a label on it. And we didn't want to ruin it by putting a label on it. But I think if things were to progress, I would have probably married him. And but like I said, there was complications. There was his mother. There was my family. Him being younger than me. It's complicated. It was just, if people would just have left us alone, it would have been beautiful. But life being as it is, there's always a story. So this guy, and I told him, okay, give the number. And we had a blast that night because this guy was also working night shift and he would go sit by him and he would we would WhatsApp and we laughed because it was funny. Me and him talking on one side and me and the other guy talking on the other side and then we communicating together. It was a blast. I think about that fondly. Um, yes, it was a blast. So we were going to go to a weekend thing with the guy, me and him now, me and my friend. We're going to go for a braai. Now, for overseas people, that's a barbecue in South Africa. So we were going to go for a braai together with him because he stated that he will not let me go alone with this guy because he cares for me, wants to protect me. Okay, and we laughed because I went into Facebook and his mother also being working at that company had this guy on her profile, but I couldn't see the friends from my profile, so I had to go into hers and we laughed because it told me, you're another one, you know, because there's only one of you. He says to me, there's only one of you, because you're investigating, go into this stuff, and I'm like, yeah, but this world today. I'm like, I have to know that I have to take a gun or the pepper spray. And he sends me this voice note, which I still have, and he laughs out of his soul, and he laughs and he says, neither one, please. I don't want to go to jail because I'm going with you. And it's like, it's amazing. And we laughed, and we laughed. And thinking back on that now, I think I was just as special to him as he was to me. I think so. I hope so. Because I'm staying behind now. All of these emotions, and yeah, he's at rest. I hope he's around. Yeah, I hope he's still laughing with me because sometimes I catch myself still talking to him. Okay, but back to main thing, the guilt. So now I'm in this relationship with that guy. Okay, he was there for me when all this happened, and I actually didn't want him to be there. I sent him a message saying, just leave me alone. I need to be alone. Please just leave me alone. I can't deal with this now. And he didn't take no for an answer. About, okay, he left me alone for about 2 days. Then he started messaging me again, and I was like, okay, this guy, he's persistent. I'll give him that. He's persistent. And so he gave me about a week. It was about a week. I can't remember. It was a foggy time. And then he just told me, I'm coming over now. And I'm like, what? No. It's like, yes, I'm not taking no for answer. I'm coming over now. I want to see you. And I just couldn't say no because he wouldn't take no for an answer. I probably could, but it would be rude. So I let him come over, and my mom met him, and everybody said, this is a good thing now. You need this. And I'm like, yeah, but my heart is broken. But okay. So I went out with this guy and we clicked. And I'm happy. I'm happy. But there's this guilt because I'm not fully happy. Remember, I lost love in my life. I lost my soulmate. I lost the one person that clicked. And it's not a normal loss. It's not a loss he got sick. It's not a loss. I don't know if you get normal loss, but it's it's extreme loss because he decided I, I'm quitting the game. I'm done. He decided that. He didn't get cancer. He didn't get sick. He wasn't in an accident. It was his own decision. And that is what makes it so bloody hard. And now I'm in a relationship again. I keep going in circles tonight. I don't know why. And there's this guilt because the love of my life is gone. He's gone. Nobody can replace him because he's gone. But I have a love for this person. I can't deny it. He's been wonderful to me. He's a wonderful man. But it's not the same love. But then I realize I'm never going to find that love again. Whether I leave this one and go for the next one, I'm never going to find it again. It's gone. So I stay with him because he's good to me. I love him. But I can't stop thinking about my one true love. And it's sick. The guilt eats at you. Because you're thinking, this guy that I'm with now, he deserves better. He deserves the love of his life. But he acts like it's you. So what now? And I can't talk about my friend, the love of my life. I can't talk about him. Although we both knew him, he shuts down completely. He shuts down. Okay, he's been through there with me, so he knows the pain it caused me. He knows that. And I had a breakdown in front of him about 2 times, which I cried unstoppably. I had to take a calming medicine because I couldn't stop sobbing. And he saw that, so he knows how hurt I am, but still I can't talk about him. It's taboo. No, no. You start talking about him, change of subject, or he doesn't answer you, or he shuts down. And that's another guilt feeling because I want to talk about him. He was everything to me, you know? I want to remember him, I want to laugh, I want to smile when I think of him. And now I'm alone. He's working night shifts now, so I'm alone now. I don't, because I moved out of my parents' place. I moved in with this guy. For the first time in my life, I'm living with a guy. So yeah, I don't know if that was the emotional state that made me do that. I can't tell. But yeah, I did it. Then there's the guilt you feel towards your family. I mean, my mom is not today's child. I know someday I'm gonna lose my mom. And as sad as I am to lose the love of my life, me and my mom has just such an amazing connection. I mean, she's not just my mother, she is my friend. I can tell her almost anything, almost anything. Yeah, you know, mother stays a mother, so you have that wall. And I think to myself, now I'm spending my life grieving. I'm not enjoying the moments with them. And I feel guilty for not living there completely because I'm sad. And that tears you apart, I'm telling you. It's the most difficult thing I've ever felt. Then there's my little nephew, my brother's son. And we were very close when he was a baby because his mother was working. I didn't have a job again then. So I helped my mom because she broke her ankle. So I helped her, right? And I'm looking at this child, and actually last year, November, that was before my friend's death. But I came out of a relationship, and I almost went into another one, but it didn't work out. And I was broken back then because I remember I do suffer from depression. I have bipolar disorder, so it's not just the grief that's getting to me. It's that as well. And we're sitting in the car, and I'm going to the sea for the first time in my life. 29 years old, I'm going to the sea for the first time. My brother decided he's going to take me and my little nephew to the sea for the first time together, and his wife. And I'm sitting at the back of the car with my little nephew. And he goes, "You know what? You're broken." And I'm like, "What?" He says, "You're broken." Okay. And yeah, now I'm even more broken. And I wonder what I'm setting for him. I love him so much. And there's the guilt again. Because that's the problem. You have a lot of people you love, but it's so difficult to explain because you love them, all of them, you love them, and had any one of them been the one to do this or been the one to die, you would grieve. But now grieving this person that nobody knows how I really felt about, how we felt about each other, and it's like you just have this guilt of what are you doing to the people around you. But you can't just pretend everything is okay. It doesn't work that way. I have tried because I'm trying to make them think I'm okay because I don't want to put that burden on them and I want to enjoy the time I have with them. So it's just one messed up situation, really. It is because it's just so bloody difficult. And I'm sure other survivors out there would agree with me. But we don't talk about this because we are survivors of suicide. We don't talk about it. I'm telling you, it's okay to talk about it because it's a lot of mixed emotions. That's what it is. It's mixed emotions. You are sad, you are tired, but you want to be there for the people who need you. I was always a very okay. I suffered depression, but I was just getting out of that before this happened to me. I remember this is the first Christmas because he was there the 24th of December and he celebrated Christmas with me and my family. And this was the first Christmas that I actually, in years, got out my decorations, some of them, and put them up. This year, I don't even want to see Christmas decorations. I can't stand it. I'm dreading it because I don't know how I'm going to react. I don't know if I'm going to lose it, and I'm trying to keep it together. Last year, I bought my nephew this Dimensions Lego PS3 thingamajig, and to my surprise, he called me. I'm like, oh no. I just knew in my brain, oh no. This thing is going to be have to build because that's Lego. And I'm like, please tell me that's not going to happen. And it's like, oh, shucks, that happened. And we spent Christmas evening building that damn thing, me and him. My nephew was also there. But when I looked up, he was busy with the PlayStation playing another game. And I'm like, okay, is that how you build Lego? And so it was me and him building this bloody Lego dimension thing that had no end, I swear. And I think about it and I don't know if I want to laugh or if I want to cry, because it's like this mixed emotion. You don't know. It is difficult. I won't say it's impossible, because here I still am 9 months later. But I'm just telling you, it's no joyride. So again, anybody out there thinking about this, please, I beg of you, don't do this to another human being. Please. Think about the hurt you're feeling, right? You contemplating doing this deed, committing suicide. Think about it. Think about the pain that drives you to it. And think about just taking that pain, I will almost say making it worse, and placing it on the person you love the most. Because there's so many emotions to this. There's guilt, there's the what ifs, there's the um, I should have. There's too many to mention now. My brain, I've got a headache. I can't think about it now. It's just so much emotions. I'm lonely all the time. I can be in a group of people and I'm lonely because I'm missing that one person, that one piece of my puzzle. I'm lonely. And I think that's the reason why I'm doing this, because I don't want people connecting with me, but I don't want somebody else going through this. I'm a very drawn back person these days. I used to be an extrovert. I used to laugh and I would remember the jokes, and I had my timing. He used to drink these energy drinks a lot because of the night shift. And I had this timing that as soon as he sipped, I would just floor it. And he would actually choke on the cool drink, like, There's so many memories. And like I said in my first video, I wouldn't give it up. If you could tell me, you have this pain now, you wouldn't have had it if you didn't know it. We can take him away. I would tell you, no, don't you dare. Don't you dare take that away from him. But I'm telling you, it did. And the thing that I remember, and my life is freaky like that. I don't know if there's anybody out there that's life is also freaky like this. But I'll give you some examples later on in my journey. Is Caitlin Nicole Davis. I remember seeing a post that there's this live video that went to Facebook of this girl committing suicide. And this was about, when I saw it, it was old news already, and I thought, oh goodness, it's a prank. It's a Facebook prank. It's gonna be hilarious. Let's watch this. And it was about 2 weeks before he committed suicide, also by hanging. And I remember watching this video and I'm thinking, okay, this is not funny. What's going on now? Because if, where's the joke? This looks real. Is there something gonna pop out now? And I'm like sitting there and I just get cold. And I remember shutting my laptop down and I'm like, no, hell no. And I just had this feeling, this intense feeling. But I didn't listen to that feeling. I just lodged it off. Okay. Freaky video, girl dying. No. You think to yourself, maybe I should have listened to that feeling. But you didn't. You can't turn back time. You can't go back. Fact of the matter is, you're here. It happened. Live with it. So yeah, the guilt. And the searching again. I go back to the searching. You search so much. He didn't leave a note. Please call me, was it? There was no note stating why. Although, like I said, there were a series of events that triggered everything. But sometimes it gets so overwhelming, all the emotions, that you just want to scream. But you keep it. Because nobody knows what you're going to scream about. I live in an apartment building. I don't talk really to anyone. I am lonely because that one person that I'm looking for isn't here. And he'll never be here again. I don't want friends again. I know this was a one-time thing because, like I stated, he was the love of my life. He was my soulmate, twin flame. But I don't want friends again. I don't want to feel this ever in my life again. No. Next video, I'll talk about how this is my second experience with suicide. Luckily, the first one did not take. It was an attempt. And I was very young. Not my own, my brain, not my own. That I covered in the first video. But this was my second time. And then I'll talk about the hope with that phone call. That maybe it was an attempt and it wasn't the end of the line. Maybe he was still alive. I'll talk about that next time. But for now, please, again, I plead with you. If you're feeling life is too much, talk to someone, go to a doctor, get medication. Don't feel like there's no help out there. Somebody loves you very, very much. Even if you think not, even if that moment you're like, nobody loves me, nobody really cares. I'm just here to torment people. I'm just here to make them worry. Please, please listen to me. You're not. You're important. And probably to more people than you think. And if your girlfriend or your boyfriend or whoever dumped you, it's not the end of the road. Trust me, I've been there too many times. I've been engaged so many times, it's not even funny anymore. So please, if you're thinking about ending your life because it's an end of a relationship, I'm telling you, it's not the end of your life. There's somebody out there for you who will make you feel like that guy made me feel. And even though he's gone, I still have a great guy right here. He cares for me. Like I said, I don't have a job at the moment. He cares for me. He's there for me. Even though I can't talk about the other guy, which is probably better because, yeah, I don't think that would go down so good. But it's hard. But that's why I started this. To raise awareness and for survivors to be able to talk. We need to talk. We need to get it out there because that is the problem. We skip the subject. Somebody tells you I'm depressed, and you're like, oh my goodness, if I say something now, I might give them an idea. And to be honest, I didn't think, sorry, I'm going graphic now again. I don't think he would hang himself. That wasn't even in my head. I would think, he talked about, yeah, he talked about this. That's another guilt feeling. He said, um, I'll overdose on something. And I'm like, what the hell? So I thought to myself, he doesn't have money for that now. He won't do anything. Yeah, no. So please, people, be strong. Survivors, stick together, talk about it, and God bless. Have a lovely evening.